Charles Robert Darwin was a British naturalist and biologist known for his theory of evolution and his understanding of the process of natural selection. His book, On the Origin of Species, was published that began a revolution that brought humanity to a new era of intellectual discovery. During his early years, his father hoped he would follow in his footsteps and become a medical doctor. His father suggested he study to become a parson instead, but Darwin was far more inclined to study natural history. On December 27, 1831, the HMS Beagle launched its 5-year voyage around the world with Darwin aboard. Over the course of the trip, Darwin collected a variety of natural specimens, including birds, plants, and fossils. Through hands-on research and experimentation, he had the unique opportunity to closely observe principles of botany, geology, and zoology. Upon his return to England in 1836, Darwin began to write up his findings in the Journal of Researches. The trip had a monumental effect on Darwin's view of natural history. He began to develop a revolutionary theory about the origin of living beings. Darwin's theory of evolution declared that species survive through a process called natural selection, where those that successfully adapted or evolved to meet the changing requirements of their natural habitat thrived and reproduced, while those species that failed to evolve and reproduce died off. Through his observations and studies of birds, plants, and fossils, Darwin noticed similarities among species all over the globe, along with the variations based on specific locations, leading him to believe that the species we know today had gradually evolved from common ancestors. Darwin's theory of evolution and the process of natural selection later became known simply as Darwinism. Darwin publicly introduced his revolutionary theory of evolution in a letter read at a meeting of the Linnean Society. On November 24, 1859, he published a detailed explanation of his theory in his best-known work On the Origin of Species by means of natural selection. In the next century, DNA studies provided scientific evidence for Darwin's theory of evolution. However, controversy surrounding its conflict with creationism, the religious view that all of nature was born of God, is still found among some people today.